Let's get it. As Juan Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else, where we do not teach you to rise to the occasion, but what we do teach is for you to fall to your level of preparation. Man, woo! That was a great one. Great 8 miles. Started off the run, feeling a little bit under the weather, feeling a whole lot better after the run. That's what this stuff is, absolute therapy and medicine for the soul. All right, as far as today's Move Swiftly thought, one thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the possibilities of renaming my alma mater, Stony Brook University, to Stony Bamiro University. Shout out to my guy, Michael Bamiro. Just hit my timeline. It hit my timeline about 2 or 3 days ago now, where the class of 2025, Hall of Fame, leading the class of 2025, the homie, my dog, day one, Mr. Michael Bamiro, has made the Hall of Fame. Give that man a clap. Give him a clap. Let me tell you, man, there's so many avenues, so many stories, so many things, so many places I can go when it comes to this one, because, I mean, 09, I was there 09, first time on the campus. As you know, it wasn't his first time on the campus, but it was his first year at Stony Brook at 09. We came in together, and we were both walk-ons. The difference is he's 6'9", 3-something, and the expectation on him, seeing that he had two legendary older brothers. One is currently in a day. Shout out to David Bamiro, who's also in the Hall of Fame, and Solomon Bamiro, who's played at pro level, made his name as a basketball player at Stony Brook, and this is New York now. So when you're making your name as a basketball player in the Stony land, it's a different breed. It's a different breed. It's a different type of sport, especially when you're talking about that area. And for him to see what he and I lived through, this, particularly that 09 year, because once that year ended, I had to kind of look at other things besides football, and he obviously had a future as a player. But that year, that starting 09 year, when we won that first of what I think we won like 3 or 4 in a row. The first of 2. I was there for 2 seasons, and we won in 09. We won the Big South in 09. We won the Big South. Technically, we're co-Big South champions both of those years. And I'll never forget it, man. I'll never forget that feeling, that moment when we finally won. We beat Liberty, and we stormed the field. We stormed Kenneth P. Laval Stadium, and we're jumping up and down. We're going crazy, and before I know, I see David Bamiro. I see, I found my guy Mike. Then I see David, and we're all just jumping. We're all just jumping like this. Never forget it, man. Never forget it. And the reason it hits home so much, and when I see the headlines, when I see someone like him make it, it's one of those things where all the walk-ons make it. All the people who were told that they couldn't do something. Understand, with Mike Bamiro, the plan was for him to go play at Pitt, ACC, Pitt University, and all that. They didn't want him. He came to a smaller school, walked on at a smaller school, again, where his brothers made a name for himself, and now he was it was a lot that he had to prove, a lot of inner fighting, inner battling that he had to prove, and he did it, man. He fucking did it, man. Congrats to my guy. Let me tell you, I'll close you out with this story, because he and I, we're college kids, so we used to party together and chase women and go through all the things that you're gonna go through as a young man, young college student in general. Add on to the fact that playing football creates more of an incentive. It creates more of a spotlight, creates more of an exclamation point kind of on the social life, and being in this and being in that, making these decisions. And there was one time, I remember one weekend we were out looking for parties and just roaming the campus. That's what we did, especially that particular year in 09. And so we went to some dorm. We used to just go knock on people's dorms and stuff like that. That's what college kids do. Again, doing a lot of shit that college kids do. We both of us are in committed relationships now, so we ain't gonna go too far down that path. But so we just happened to knock on some doors. Somebody happened to see him, and they noticed. They was like, hey, yeah, that's Solomon's little brother, right? Because they were older Stony Brook cats. And I remember after, when we were walking back to the dorm, Mike goes, he didn't like it. It kind of touched him the wrong way, because he's like, you see how she said, oh, that's Solomon's little brother, that's David's little brother. At some point, I'm gonna make a name for myself on this university, and I'm gonna be known more as just the little brother of Solomon and David. So again, brother, congratulations, man. Happy for you. I'm pumped. I am so pumped to see the program. I can't wait to make it out there at some point. and see what Coach Kosh is doing. Congrats to the entire program and the success you had last year. Looking forward to that. You're not going in that sophomore slump at some point. Trust me, better believe I'm coming back on that campus. I'm giving them boys one of the motivational speeches, the best motivational speech that they've ever had. I've been waiting, been prepping. You know, you got a coach from the DMV, so I'm pumped to at some point make it back out there and see the campus and see how everything kind of just turned out, how things come full circle in life. So again, shout out to my guy, Mike Bamiro. Congrats on the Hall of Fame. Main website, however, to dive deeper into all my work. If you want to dive deeper into employee development, understand I can give you this perspective on teamwork because I have had the best teammates ever of anybody who's played this game. There's one thing that you take away from your time as a player, whether it's football or basketball, and that's your resume. Where you started and where you ended up. You just have your resume. Period. Point blank. At the end of the day, you just have your resume. So if you're interested in turning your organization, turning your business into that type of championship mindset organization, again, go to makeyourmove.com. It's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. Make sure you're liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. We come in at you every single day. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You guys out there, continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.